Abraham Lincoln Part 2. Abraham Lincoln helped make important changes to our country. He was the 16th President of the United States. In this book, you will learn about some of the things we did: vocabulary, shelter, independence, and slave tradition. Abraham Lincoln was born on February 12, 1809. He was born in Kentucky. Abraham Lincoln was named after his grandfather. Lincoln grew up to become the 16th President of the United States of America. He made our country a better place to live. When Abraham Lincoln was young, his family moved from Kentucky to Indiana. Very few people lived there then, except for American Indians and a few pioneers. Lincoln and his family did not have much money. They had to work hard for their food and shelter. Lincoln never went to college, but he loved to read. In November of 1842, Lincoln married Mary Todd. They lived in Springfield, Illinois. Abraham and Mary Lincoln had 4 sons. Their sons' names were Robert Todd, Edward, William, and Thomas. Lincoln worked hard and had many different jobs. He split logs to earn money. He worked as a boat captain. He also worked in a store. Later, he became a lawyer. One very important job that Lincoln had was congressman. This meant he spoke for the people of Illinois. People were happy with his work. They asked Lincoln to run for president. In 1860, people rode trains or traveled by horse and carriage. Anyone who wanted to be elected had to travel this way to meet people. There were no television or computer back then to help share ideas. When Lincoln ran for president, some people were afraid of the changes Lincoln would make. Lincoln won the election. Lincoln became president on March 4, 1861. In 1864, he was elected again. Lincoln won the election with many more votes than the first election. When Lincoln was elected president, there were many problems to be fixed. One big problem was that not all states agreed about how the country should be run. 11 states from the South wanted their independence from the other states. They decided to make their own government. They elected their own president. One of the things that the states could not agree on was slavery. Abraham Lincoln thought it was wrong for people to be enslaved. Many people agreed with him. Other people felt that they needed enslaved people to help to work. The northern and the southern states fought a war while Lincoln was president. This war was called the Civil War. It began on April 3, 1861. On the 1st January 1863, Lincoln signed a paper that said enslaved people in the South were free. Ulysses S. Grant led the Northern Army. Robert E. Lee led the Southern Army. Each side believed their ideas were right. They fought hard for these ideas. The war finally ended on the 9th April 1865. The North had won. The Civil War was fought for many reasons. People had different ideas about how things should be. Lincoln worked hard to bring the state back together. He wanted the war to end. He wanted Americans to stop fighting one another. He wanted the state to be united once again. One night in 1865, Abraham Lincoln was in Washington, D.C. at Ford's Theater. He was watching a play. A man named John Wilkes Booth shot Lincoln. Lincoln died a short time later. There is a special place in Washington, D.C. called the Lincoln Memorial. Many people go there to remember all the good work that Lincoln did. His idea changed our country in many ways. It has become a tradition to remember Lincoln and other presidents on President's Day. It is a chance for us to think about the important part they play in our country's history.